I really liked the journey they brought us on throughout the film, and they were able to provide all the information in a very digestible way. The thing I loved most about the story was that it was told. Um, the thing I loved most was the story that they told of the girl in the beginning and her connection with her family and the Red Sea and how freediving was her passion. I think that was a really good way to start, and it added a lot of heart and connection to the viewers that really drew me in. Overall, I think it was really well structured, and they did a great job keeping viewers' attention, and the visuals throughout were just magnificent.
This was a beautifully crafted documentary. Obviously, incredible images, a really nice commentary for the voiceover, and a very optimal choice of music, very empowering music. It was overall a very inspiring documentary that left me with the feelings that I think the project wanted to achieve. A lot of heart in this project, and what I really liked um, was that it gives a universal message, um, the importance of stepping in for our environment, and through through a human's personal story and her connection with corals. So I think this was a very clever choice to start from the individual to explain the universal. Yeah, so I really enjoyed this.
This was a thoroughly fascinating documentary. Definitely some just beautiful visuals, but the just the story there is just one that is I found really interesting. So much to learn about corals. The science behind it was just well beyond my pay grade to say the least. But it was very digestible. They explained things. We understood, just the spawning process. Just learning a bit about that, I thought was really interesting and how important it is. We certainly, I've never visited coral reef myself, but seen lots of stunning imagery of it, and it's just something we kind of take for granted. It's obviously a really important part of an ecosystem. So I'm just thrilled to hear that there's people making great strides to preserve this. It's also, of course, disheartening to learn about all the destruction going on. But this documentary just does a great job at painting a complete picture for the viewer to sort of absorb and understand. And it just does so with really smart, informed people working in the field, and again with stunning visuals. Really well done.
What an extraordinary, beautiful, and heartbreaking documentary. Um, First of all, I want to congratulate the filmmakers for doing such an amazing effort, for showing us such amazing places, and for providing such important information. Uh, it is terrifying to know that 90% of corals could disappear by 2050. That was heartbreaking. The documentary kind of depressed me at some points, but I say that as a compliment because it creates awareness. Um, we often get so lost in our day-to-day lives that we forget about trying to do something beyond the ordinary to protect the planet. And I think that a documentary like this can create awareness and change people's minds. And I really think that it would be very, very important to show this film and some others like it in schools. I think that if the younger audiences watch this kind of documentary, they will change their minds from an early age, and they will become scientists and oceanographers and try to come up with a different plan for their lives, because I think that many of us have grown in this society, this idea that we need to do more to have more money, more possessions, and that's a very toxic trait from capitalism. It sure looks difficult at some points for everything that the documentary explores. I think that the filmmakers did a great job showing us the angst and the sadness of the people who dedicate themselves to protect the corals and the ocean. And I think that documentaries like this are a very powerful tool to make that happen, to make us change.